Camonier says, what up, what up? Shout out to Trey Edmunds. Some prayer hands. And also says Momentum Mondays.
Now, Kyle, I saw you in here early bird too with that comment, and this is how oblivious I was to what was going on. When you first put that in there about 5 minutes before the show started, 5-10 minutes before the show started, I was over here like, dang, I don't want to Google him because if something bad didn't happen to this man, I don't need to be sad. I don't feel like being sad.
Yeah.
And so when you came in, that's why I looked at you. I was like, yo, what's up with Trey? Everything good with him? And then when you told me, I said, oh, yeah, he got his walking papers. Yeah. It happens. It happens, man. Yeah.
Didn't think it was ever going to happen.
You're right, because we don't part ways with brothers, and especially Trey. Trey's been he's been the longest tenure brother here, if I remember correctly, right?
It's got to be close to 4 years.
He outlasted Carlos Williams. Shout out to Vince. He outlasted Derek Watt. Derek's been here, this is 3 now, right?
I think it's 2. This will be 3.
This is year
3
coming up, right? Yeah, so, Edmunds been here for what? Since his brother's been here.
I think so. Was he practice squad or something? 2018.
Yeah, he was always practice squad. He's only been on
because 2019 he played.
Yeah,
he definitely played in a game or two with Mason.
What year
Duck.
was Benny Snell's first year? Was 18, right?
Yeah, 19.
Oh, okay, hold on. Because I know he was here in 19. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely 19.
He's been here for a minute though, man.
Exactly.
He
Yeah,
definitely
at
here for
least
a
3
minute,
years, maybe 4.
Yeah. So he's been holding it down, man. But it looks like we're having a dawn of a new era. Too many brothers in the backfield. And that's the other thing, too. You can't have all brothers in the backfield. Derek Watt, Connor Hayward. Can't have Trey Edmunds there as well.
The question is, does that open up a spot for someone?
For you? You coming out?
No. No, I'm good.
All right.
But weren't we at 90?
Yeah, because we said that
signing Costin, Archibong
retiring. That was how we got back to 90. So now that should open up a spot. 89.
What's the big move that's about to happen? Is there something in the works? We don't need anything right now.
I mean, you can never have enough talent, though.
I could see offensive line depth.
Or if you wanted to bring in competition for Dan Moore, that's another alternative.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, in the reality of it, he was a 4th-round pick, so it's not like you had like a crazy amount of draft capital put into him, and you didn't pay him. Obviously, you can't for the first 3 years, but you paid Chooks, so there's no real purpose in bringing Chooks competition because Chooks is going to be your guy. Right guard, James Daniel, that's your guy. Mason Cole, he's their guy. You know what I mean? He's the guy, and then we know at left guard, Dotson's the guy. We know Kendrick Green is going to compete with him, but barring anything catastrophic or Dotson not playing up to his potential, it should be Dotson's spot. So the only other alternative is Dan Moore. I mean, he's competing with nobody that is going to have enough, capital in them where there's finances or even draft spot to mean enough to like potentially move him out that spot. So that could be something that they look into.
Would the Steelers operate in a way where
because it's what Joe Haig, Jake Dixon, that's the cat from was it Duquesne, if I remember correctly.
Undrafted, yeah.
Chaz Green, that's not happening. Yeah. So really you don't have any competition for him. John LeGlue, but LeGlue, he's still your flex guy. You could play him inside or outside.
Yeah. Good thing we have LeGlue back.
I like LeGlue, man. He played well at times, man.
Do you think the Steelers would operate in a way, though, where they're just preemptively releasing Edmunds, don't really have a plan to sign anyone soon, but it just makes it easier when training camp comes around?
Yeah, well, because for a couple of things. Number one, you're always going to need camp bodies, and injuries always happen. As soon as they put the pads on this weekend, guys will be dropping. That's just the reality of it. So that does give you a little bit of leeway with that. But also, and you hear them when we talk about, like, the cap. Like the salary cap, even during free agency, why they say, hey, man, or after the draft, they're like, hey, man, they still save some money just in case there's a surprise cut or somebody becomes available like Joe Hayden did that they could go out there and get potentially during this time frame. So that could also be playing into it as well, man.
Yeah, because, I mean, no one, I think, had the highest of expectations for Edmunds anyway. He's probably just going to be the 3rd string back at best, 4th. I mean, he'd still have to beat out McFarland then, though. I don't think that was necessarily happening.
And the young boys.
Right.
You talk about Durant and Warren. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it was just time.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Low key, though.
It's unfortunate. He was like that Udonis Haslam on our team.
This is my only issue, though. Depending on when he got the call. Because I've heard of this happening before. We're 2 days away from camp. Guys have been commuting into the city on their drive into town. And they get that call on that Monday after Eden
That's
Grove.
cool.
Yeah. That's my whole thing. I'm like, I just hope that he hadn't already began his journey back because I've seen some dudes like hot, and rightfully so. I mean, when you think about it, Deke, imagine you start driving on this journey to go to camp, you prepare, you say your goodbyes and all that. They hit you midway or right when you pull up. Hey, yo, we appreciate you making it here safely, man. Travels and all that stuff, man. We just drove what, 10 hours? I heard a dude drove 14 hours, got cut. No exaggeration. So it's like, you know, it's like, dang, I'm sorry, man. I hope everything worked out though, man. I hope it did logistically for him.
Yeah.